Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Indie Zone, where we are continuing to evaluate the affidavit of probable cause that was signed under penalty of perjury by Detective Brett Payne on December 29th, 2022, which directly led to the issuance of a warrant for the arrest of Brian C. Kohberger, who has been charged with the commission of 4 first-degree murders and burglary at a residence located in Moscow, Idaho, that occurred on November 13th, 2022. Page 14 of the affidavit continues on with Detective Payne providing information for historical cell site location information, CSLI, returned by Mr. Kohberger's cell provider, AT&T, pursuant to a warrant. And we continue to learn that between the hours of 4:50 a.m. and 5:26 a.m. on November 13th, 2022, that according to the affidavit, that Mr. Kohberger's phone was mobile, that it was traveling. And at the top of page 14, it states that during this time period, that it was in Uniontown, Idaho, and then back north into Pullman, Washington. Ladies and gentlemen, it appears that page 14 of the affidavit includes another typographical error, because according to my research and the research of others, there is no Uniontown, Idaho. There is, however, a town in Washington called Uniontown, Washington, which is located in Whitman County, where also Pullman, Washington is located. So it appears that what Detective Payne meant to say is that this phone was traveling from, according to this CSLI historical information, from Uniontown, Washington, and then north back into Pullman, Washington. Detective Payne goes on to write that at approximately 5:30 a.m., the 8458 phone is utilizing resources that provide coverage to Pullman, Washington, and which, according to him, is consistent with the phone traveling back to the Kohberger residence, which we learned before is at 1630 Northeast Valley Road in Pullman, which is off-site housing for college students. The 8458 phone's movements are consistent with the movements also, according to Payne, of the white Elantra that is observed traveling north on Stadium Drive at approximately 5:27 a.m. And he is referring back to information that we discussed earlier in this series when he was addressing video of this car allegedly and where it was. Based on a review of the 8458 phone's estimated location and travel, he writes that the 8458 phone's travel is consistent with that of the aforementioned white Elantra, referred to as Suspect Vehicle 1. Further review indicated that this phone utilized cellular resources on November 13, 2022, consistent with this phone leaving the area of the Kohberger residence at approximately 9 and traveling to Moscow, Idaho. And that specifically the 8458 phone utilized cellular resources that would provide coverage to the King Road residence between 9:12 a.m. and 9:21 a.m. He does not, however, state how close this would be to the King Road residence, and that the 8458 phone next utilized cellular resources consistent with it, traveling back to the area of the Kohberger residence and arriving there at approximately 9:32 a.m. This concludes our evaluation of page 14. Please join us again where we will pick up with page 15 of the affidavit.